Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tag. This is called the BookTube Watching Tag. I understand that it was created by Harriet Rosie, and I was tagged by Kevin at Kevin Toll Reads. So here we go. Question number 1. How many channels are you subscribed to? At this point, it's close to 500 channels. It's definitely more than I can keep up with, more than I can watch regularly. I can't find anywhere in the studio exactly how many channels, so I just went to my list of subscriptions and I started to count, and it was just getting ridiculous. It was too high a number for me to count, but it's bordering on, I think, 500. Number 2, when do you normally watch BookTube? I watch early in the morning, very early in the morning, and that's when I do most of my watching, and then sometimes I will come back in the evening and watch some more. Number 3, how do you balance BookTube watching, reading, and making your own videos? Very carefully, and I probably balance it not very well. I try to watch videos at fairly regular times, first thing in the morning and then again later in the evening. I read for several hours a day. I usually also tend to listen to something, to a book at the gym. So I get another hour's worth of audio in at that time. If I'm not listening to a book, then I watch BookTube at the gym. Making videos takes me a very long time. Part of it is because I am so tech challenged, but really, mostly it's because I prepare a lot for every video. I do. I just do a lot of notes in preparation. I do a lot of research. So the preparation for every video that I do tends to take me a long time. And then making the video, that's a whole other story. And that can take me a long time too. So how do I balance all of those things? I don't know. I don't think I balance them particularly well, especially when I'm trying to make 3 to 4 videos a week. Number 4, is there a difference between videos you like watching and videos you like making? Yeah, I guess so. I watch the videos of my friends religiously, and they are not necessarily the same kind of videos that I make, nor are the videos that I watch necessarily even about the kinds of books that I read or that I would be making videos about. I tend to be drawn to personality, the personality of the person making the video. And those are not necessarily the same kinds of videos that I make. I make a Tag Tuesday video usually. I try to do a Poetry Thursday video. I try to do a weekly wrap-up video that usually comes out on Saturday or Sunday. And I've been doing a weekly video on a book that I loved to teach. So those are basically right now, the 4 kinds of videos that I'm making, and that's not really what I tend to watch from others. I watch people, and so whatever they're putting out, that's that's what I watch on their channel. Number 5, who is the first booktuber you subscribed to, and do you still watch them? The very first booktuber that I ever discovered and subscribed to is Angelia at Read and Reread, and I absolutely still watch every video that Angelia puts out. I didn't even know that BookTube was a thing when I discovered Angelia. And for a while, I was just watching Angelia, and then she started talking about some other people, and I definitely discovered that BookTube was a thing, was a big thing. But when I first discovered Angelia, I found her, I think it was in a Facebook book discussion, and I found her channel and I started following her. I think the second channel that I followed was Michael K. Vaughan when I discovered that I was really interested in classic science fiction, and I started following him regularly. And the third, I believe, booktuber that I discovered was Steve Donahue. And so for a long time, they were the three people that I followed. And I still follow all three of them and watch, try to watch everything that they put out. Okay. Who is the most recent booktuber you subscribe to? Well, every week I watch MJ's video where she features new booktubers, and I try to subscribe to the new booktubers that she is featuring and that she's trying to bring to our attention. So I believe that the very last booktuber that I subscribed to was someone that MJ just featured yesterday, and that was Bookish Downtime. So that, I think, is the most recent channel I've subscribed to. Okay. Number 7. What have you learned from watching other booktubers? Well, I certainly learn about books that I maybe didn't necessarily know about. I learn a great deal from every booktuber that I watch. Sometimes I learn more about books that are already on my radar because somebody talks about them, and I become more determined to read that book. I've certainly talked on a number of occasions about how I have discovered whole new genres because of booktubers that I follow. I discovered that I'm interested in science fiction because of BookTube, and primarily, initially, because of Michael K. Vaughan. I am most recently reading some fantasy, and except for Tolkien, fantasy is really not a genre that I've spent a great deal of time in, and I've been deriving a lot of enjoyment from some new fantasy works that I've learned about from BookTube. I've certainly learned a great deal about the importance of community here on BookTube. I mean, I certainly have always understood that community is important, but when I got into this, I don't think I had an understanding of how strong the BookTube community is, and that's been just a wonderful thing to learn about and to become a part of. I have very real and deep friendships that have come about as a result of this community. I have learned a lot of things that I want to know how to do from watching other booktubers, and here I'm talking about their technological skill. I don't think I've learned how to do many of the things that I've become aware of, but I've certainly learned about things that I want to know more about. Okay, and number 8, tag some of your favorite booktubers. Well, first of all, anybody that I've mentioned in this video, you are tagged. I would like to open this up to anyone who's watching this. Please, and I mean that sincerely, consider yourself tagged if this is something that you would like to reflect on and do. And as I usually do, I'm going to just tag a few other people as well. And I will put their names in the notes below. So if I talked about you in this video, if I list you in the notes, please consider yourself tagged. And anybody else who's watching this, if you would like to do this, it's a fun, quick little tag, and I encourage you to do this. And Kevin, thank you for tagging me. Okay, I think that's it for this tag. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.